Sarah Vantine is the Vice President of Business Development Strategy at Quantum5, and she is still fresh from retail, having worked for a large dealer group in North Carolina. She's a great friend of the fixed operations community. She is a previous Best Practice Award winner, among many other notable achievements, and she's a great friend of the Fixed Ops Roundtable. Sarah, I want to welcome you back to the conference.
Ted, I am so excited to be here today. This is one of my absolute favorite places to be, and it's so great to be here.
Sarah, you have achieved a lot, and I have a feeling you're just scratching the surface with what you're doing in your career. So you're doing a great job at Quantum5. Quantum is, making its name known throughout the industry. David O'Brien has been here and speaking to the audience as well. So I know you've been working very hard on this people first BDC at Quantum, and I'm really excited to hear from you today and the audience is more about it.
Yes, Ted, I am so excited to be sharing this program with everyone. This has been one of my absolute passions in bringing this to dealerships throughout the country. The name, as it suggests, People First BDC, we really believe that it's the people in your organization and the people in your business development center that are the difference between what a customer experiences and having a memorable one that is impactful, that then drives retention and loyalty to your store. So the whole focus that we really have, the differentiation, is we empower the rep to really think about the customer, to be aware of what type of customer they're talking with. And then we equip them with the ability to go through whatever it is your store's process is, in terms of knowing how to book a tire appointment, how to book a recall appointment. We tailor that to your individual store and your individual processes, but then we empower the representative to have the ability to really make it memorable and have that intelligent, that back and forth dialogue with the customer to be efficient, where the customer understands what they're going to experience when they then come into your service drive, and they feel comfortable and valued throughout that whole process.
I think what's important also, Sarah, is the fact that you, having developed and now implement this process, you come from retail and you've got a long history in retail. And just take us back real quick. How long in retail? And then I really know that you really took that service BDC and you really took it to a whole nother level.
Yes. So over 13 years in retail automotive, and I'm wearing many different hats, but business development was always my favorite. That was my passion, and where I really felt and saw that you could really make a difference in the whole dealership success for multiple departments by having a business development center that was at the heart of everything going on in the organization. So sales, parts, service, finance, having a business development center that was involved in all aspects of those departments made the customer experience so much more enjoyable and memorable. And that's really, I mean, I had a sales background coming into my business development journey, but yeah, 13 years, it's hard to believe that it's been that long.
So, you're the real deal, Sarah Vantine. And when you work with a dealership or with a dealer group, I know that they're getting the best because you've been there, you've experienced the ups, the downs in retail, and there's a lot to be said for that. I've also heard the phrase that in a high-tech world, your most important tool is still people. Let's talk about that a little bit because there's a lot of technology that's out there. Why the people?
Well, I want to just talk a little bit about my recent experience that I had actually with Disney. I went on a Disney cruise, which was long overdue. And that was something that was 2 years waiting to finally go to. But one of the things that was so impactful to me, and it just really resonated with the mission and the passion that Quantum5 has, which is making sure that people are at the center of your processes, at the center of your organization. They're the ones that deliver that amazing customer experience. And that's what customers remember, are the people. They don't remember Disney. They remember the people that impacted them in that experience. So on this cruise, so one of the things that was so impressive to me is I have a family of 5. We have 3 small children. And as you can probably guess, getting 3 children coordinated and onto a cruise boat is a little challenging to say the least. But one of the things that just struck me so amazingly when we got on board was we were walking to our stateroom on the ship, and I had my son in his stroller. I had my 4-year-old, running around behind me, my 9-year-old with me, and we were looking to locate our room and where our luggage was. Before I'd ever hit the door of my stateroom, this gentleman who was the housekeeping manager for the whole entire deck we were on, he came out, and I don't honestly know where he appeared from, but he just materialized in front of me, and he knew my name without any indication of who I was. I had never met him before in my life, but one of the first things he said to me was, "Oh, welcome aboard, Miss Sarah. We're so happy to have you." And I see, "Oh, this is Mr. Richard, and here's Charlotte and Taylor." He knew all of my children's names. And one of the other pieces that was so impressive to me, well, he immediately said, "Miss Sarah, so I remembered that Mr. Richard has some dietary restrictions, and I know that he can't have lactose. I just wanted to confirm that we will make sure at all of the meals that we have some options available for him. You can look at the menu, and we'll make sure that we have something available for him at every single meal that meets his dietary needs." And so just that amazing piece of it, and that was actually the whole case throughout my entire experience on this trip. We went to the private island, Castaway Key, and it was amazing. So again, employees, people I had never met, never seen before in my life. I'm walking in line to get barbecue buffet, and again, I'm in a swimsuit, cover up, hair's a mess, no one could possibly recognize me. But this person popped up again. This gentleman came up from behind the line as I'm going through with my children, and he goes, "Miss Sarah, I recognize that you have Mr. Richard with you, and we've prepared this special meal for him that doesn't have any lactose and hasn't been in contact. Here you go." And he handed me a whole nother tray at the end of the line before I had ever even said anything. And so that right there highlights the difference, right? I mean, for me, just that experience alone, it made me as a customer, as somebody traveling in that ship, I realized just how important those people were to my perception of what was happening and my comfort on board. It really made the difference between having an experience that was already going to be memorable, but now, I mean, it's solidified for me in just my memory and everything. I will always associate that amazing experience with how I was treated by the people. They really made it just such an unbelievable experience. And so as dealerships, we have that same opportunity. We have that same piece that with our business development center. Think about this. How much more memorable is it if you have somebody, when the customer calls into your store, that's the first maybe interaction that person has had with your store and with your brand. When that business development center rep has the amazing skills to put people first, then that customer is having such a different experience compared to your competition that now that customer's perception of what's going to happen in that service drive is shaped completely differently by just having a much better customer focused experience from the onset. And then if you continue that forward, Quantum5 too, I mean, with our service departments, with our sales department strategies and learning, that same focus on people, if you can continue that throughout the entire customer experience, that's a customer that's going to feel valued, and they're not going to be looking anywhere else. They're going to continue coming back to you. And let's say they do go somewhere else for something, that's going to be the biggest differentiation between your brand and the competition is your people.
And I can imagine, I'm just thinking of all the opportunities, for example, in service, where the people can make that difference. It's just so many times and instances throughout the process, like you said, even before they ever arrive. And then, during the check-in process, during the actual time the vehicle is being maintained or repaired, after the fact, there's so many opportunities that a human being can make that difference, Sarah.
Oh, absolutely. And that's the biggest piece that I want to make sure that, that I differentiate what the mission and what People First BDC is so focused on. It is really making sure that the people in your organization feel valued. That's also a great driver of retention. I know David O'Brien is talking a little bit about that with you as well, but the the whole piece about having people feel valued in your organization, it's a win-win, both in a retention of the employee but also a retention of your customer.
And that speaks volumes, Sarah. What else do we need to know in terms of people first and the training that you do at Quantum, and how our audience can find out more about what it is that you do, Sarah?
Yes. So to find out more about Quantum 5 and the People First BDC, head on over to quantum5.ai. It's on the bottom ticker right there with our website. But it's also important to know this is a fully immersive experience in terms of learning and development. It's a combination of in-person classroom training, role playing one-on-one. It's a combination of telephony training, listening to phone calls, listening to the dealership's needs. We are really working to build a relationship with you. And so we will be your partner. We will work with your BDC team, your BDC managers, and your BDC reps. We have a whole community of people and an amazing app that we have some amazing artists and developers that have put some amazing gameplay in play that really just brings the whole experience to every facet of how a learner or how somebody interacts today with anything in the world. You're always looking at your phone, probably at minimum 10, 15 times a day for various reasons. We have learning that mirrors that game, play where you have little snackable bite-sized pieces. The classroom learning, of course, is really important to having that immersive one-on-one time to really, really learn. And that's so beneficial for not only your brand new reps, but we've also had great feedback that seasoned, reps that have been in the industry for a long, long time have gotten some really amazing skills and takeaways from as well.
That's what really strikes me, Sarah, is that you at Quantum 5 deliver the same type of interaction with your dealer clients that you help them provide to their consumers and their guests. So it's that same level of client care and putting people first, realizing that, building the relationship, building that rapport, and ultimately getting a customer to be your client for life.
Yes, exactly. That same mentality of we will be the partner with the dealership. We are putting your people first, and we as an organization, our company, we put our people first as well, and helping you have that memorable and amazing experience with us.
Sarah Vantine is part of the leadership team at Quantum 5 that is dramatically changing and improving the culture at retail dealerships. You're going to want to reach out to her. And Sarah, I see that your email is on there as well. Is it all right that folks want to get a hold of you, that they can email you as well?
Please contact me through email, sarah@quantum5.ai. I would love the opportunity to talk with you about whatever your needs are, any questions you have.
Sarah, thank you so much on behalf of the Fixed Ops Roundtable and our community for all that you do. And you earned your stripes in retail, and now you are helping to dramatically change the industry. So Sarah Vantine from Quantum 5 here today at the Fixed Ops Roundtable.